So this is William Wayford, episode 2. And so I'm on this journey really, well, I'm on this professional path to really become a full stack web developer. I'm getting my IT contracts here or there based on my SQL knowledge, but I'm gonna go ahead and learn, the bulk of the language I need to know. I'm gonna learn my logic languages, I'm gonna learn my storage languages, my infrastructure, my front end, all that stuff. And I'm gonna be a self-made full stack web developer. Give me about a year or two. Get some more projects, some more contracts in. And so that's what's important, because what I'm gonna do here is while I'm documenting, while I'm getting people's resumes or giving advice, I'm still gonna be doing my interviews. I'm still gonna be doing my thing. So I want to just share some insights on things that I learned as I go too. And not much to be said. Just put it out there to hold myself accountable, really. Made a couple block schedules. Up until today is September 23rd. Monday, it's like 2 in the morning. Yeah, 1:58 a.m. So, I'm on a crash course to teach myself all these languages and then pick up the projects in the process to go ahead and do this. I'm in a prime spot where I can do some good things. Contracts are coming in good. And, I want to show people really the power of investing in themselves. Not just money, but just time, energy, education, and focus. And long story short, I started working on databases in 2017, summer 2017, June 2017. Right? So it's September 2019. It's then about to be summer 2020. When it's summer 2020, I'll officially have like 3 years experience, 3 years of database experience. So, not necessarily a senior, not necessarily a senior person yet, but not necessarily entry level as well. So I've been taking, bits here or there from these jobs, and when I'm not working full time, I always got my head in one of these books or one of the learning programs where I go, continue to learn my stuff. Because the industry, the IT sector, those jobs, regardless of industry, the structure is pretty much the same, but there's a lot of moving information, there's a lot of moving parts. So you have to stay sharp and always be in a learning mode. So I say that to say that, I came in with the idea like, all right, this is something that I could get a respectable salary, like entry level right off the bat. And, a lot of fields you have to wait until like, you kind of have to pay dues. I guess the paying dues is different here. The pay dues is in like, I said a couple years experience at a lower level, then maybe get a manager promoted or you move to something more senior or, but what I like about this here is I can really chart my own career path. And it really rewards the self-disciplined people. The people that say, if I good, I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm doing me anyway, so I might as well be great and be professional while I'm at it. So that's my MO. I really just, even if people don't want to go into what I'm doing with the tech and IT stuff, if they want, if they want to continue on their paths, I still want to be able to give some professional guidance or just some type of knowledge from just interviewing and being across different industries. And also, um, because I work on the resumes, I keep a good network of recruiters as well. So it's really nothing to go ahead and tap into one of these groups and ask them, okay, well, what do you guys think when candidates have this problem or this issue? Because, at the end of the day, good business is all about working together, cooperation. Cooperation is power. And I've been very fortunate to run across some recruiters that've seen like, okay, well, when I was kind of fresh into the market and just kind of scrapping, I really know what I was doing. They're like, okay, well, look, you need to highlight this experience. You need to go ahead. You need to highlight this experience. You need to go ahead and tell more about this experience. This isn't really relevant. And a lot of that comes from just not being afraid to put your neck out there and just ask the questions, or just, get in front of someone who is ahead of you, or just doing it more, or just that can give you the opportunity, and just be open to that feedback, whether it's positive or negative. And, because because that impression of what they think of you, it will allow you to get your foot in the door. Get your foot in the door. And, I've had some of those moments as well. So, like, they sat me down and just took my resume with a whole lot of red ink, And then I was like, yeah, but I still want to check this out, because this is something that is going to move me along my path and move me closer to my goals. So, don't be afraid to just get out there and say what you want. I told the guys, I said in the interview, I said, look, I am working towards a path in big data and business intelligence. I figured that from my experience in school, I always loved the technical side of things and figuring out how things work. But I had to just admit something to myself. I'm like, I also like money. And I also, understand that in the real world, the decisions of these companies are not, they're made by the people who control the money. And those are the business people. They're not the tech people. The tech people work for the business people. As smart as you think you are, we are, servants to the business people and the client demands. And there's nothing wrong with that, but that's just fact of the matter. So in my mind, I said, all right, well, how can because I generally always care about my company doing well. I felt like if I had an attitude of, I'll fuck my company, I'm just getting this check, I'd rather just leave, because it's just like, I'm not gonna sit and say I'm a company guy, number one. But what I will say is, like, I want to work, and I think anybody that is proud of themselves would agree with this. Like, I want to work that come down. I'm proud to say I work there, and that is, that's a quite, standard wish, but that's a lot to ask for, because so you have to make sure you're the type of professional that garners that, and I never wanted to work for a company to be like, fuck this and all this. So I like seeing my companies do well. So that ties back into the business aspect of it too, because if something that I came up with, or my research or my hard work, is able to influence or affect a key decision, or I'm within proximity of a key stakeholder, we can, we can bring a lot more money in, and people get paid. Everyone gets paid. It's a bigger pot. So I just always look like, man, look, if it's always good to just help somebody else win, just the karma thing, you know. Um, and I take that same approach, like, to business and stuff too. So I was always like, if I ever felt like I got to a point where like I didn't like my company, or it was just, it was like I felt like I was about to become that guy, just bitching. But you ever one of those that guy that's just bitching about how everything just sucks? Like, it's time for you to go ahead and transition out of there, because you only make yourself look bad, and you can't perform great under those conditions if you can't, either get over or get through the circumstances that's so difficult. Because work is not easy, so you have to power through. But if it's so great that, you can't muster through it, then it's time to go somewhere else, because at the end of the day, it is a job. They're not forcing you to be there. So, I mean that to say, tie back into the last point, just when you're out here, man, say what you want. That's why I say here, I'm like, look, I'm still going to become a full stack developer, and learning the languages, and in the meantime, get these big data jobs, get these business intelligence jobs, get these higher IT contracts, and really work in a smart and agile way, and turn my own just house and everything into its own office, and have my own thing. So like, I had a vision, and it's not here yet, but all of the little things in the middle are unfolding. And for what that means for you is, whatever your vision is, man, you need to go ahead and say that out loud, project it out. Say what it is. Say what you're gonna be. Say what you want to happen to you, because it will happen. And it may not happen in a way you expect, but when the progress starts to happen, you'll know, and you'll feel it. And sometimes you gotta go through a little hell to get to the magic moments, but you'll feel the progress. So, and that's what I did there. Like, just in the interview, I said, look, I am, working toward this path here to get these jobs here, and if you don't want to get into the more emotional, let's just take it from just a straight technical code, just bare common denominator reason why. When an employer hears that, oh man, what they think is this person plans ahead, and this person is serious about their career. Because if you have, like, okay, sometimes, a lot of times 5-year plans aren't really that concrete, or sometimes things change. However, if you are that forward thinking, then that means your day to day is such a sharp, fluid, moving grind. Because people that don't think that far, there's just, if you think, oh, just what I'm gonna do this week, or to the next check, you're not really, at least in the employer's eyes, you're not looking ahead and seeing what gaps need to fill. Because for that position, it was entry level, but they always look for people to grow and move around in roles. And you need to understand as well that you may not want to stay at that same pace. It's just human. Like, if you're getting paid a certain amount, you may not want to stay at that pay rate for a few years. That raise that you're getting, it may not be enough. So the recruiters and managers, they know this as well. So there has to be a steady amount of just ambition there. So so they can count on, all right, this person's gonna do what it takes when it gets tough. They have something that they're fighting for besides just like, oh, I need money. I'm just, I'm broke. So Really think about these things and cast your vision out onto the world, because it's gonna happen. You're gonna invite the forces in your life that's gonna make it happen if you just say it out loud. Like, I swear to God, like, I swear to God, I put that on my mama, put that on everything I love. Just fucking do it.